Just a little update video on Code Blue and the Drifter. So I finally met my goal out of the drag strip. I wanted to run a 699 or better in the 8th mile with a normally aspirated 302, and I was able to finally do it. So the combination is a standard bore 302 out of a 96 Ford Explorer that I freshened up a bit. AFR 165 heads, a Lunati camshaft, and the carburetor I was running was a Holley 750. I got this Summit on there now. Headers with a 3-inch exhaust, Dynomax race bullet muffler. It's got a stock distributor in it with a Pertronix module with a rev limiter. Shifting the thing about 6,500 RPM. Launching anywhere between 4,500 to 6,500. A couple things I forgot to mention. I gotta add this in. Of course, now the guy's over here with a Wheatie, but that's okay. Hopefully you can hear me. It's got an Edelbrock. It's a dual plane air gap, Perform RPM air gap manifold. And on the short block, it's that stock 96 Ford Explorer that I just put new rings, bearings, cam bearings. And I did upgrade the rod bolts, and that's the only thing though. The car has a T5 5-speed in it, and at the time when I was racing it, I had 514 rear end gears, and I ran that final and best pass of 6.995 at, I believe, 97.4 miles per hour with a 1.46 60-foot time. Also, a couple other things I had to sit down, man. It's just hard work. I got a scatter shield, QuickTime scatter shield. I tried a billet steel and an aluminum flywheel. I ran the 699 with the aluminum and the McLeod clutch. It's a single disc, dual friction type clutch, aluminum drive shaft. You know, on the back end, it just had your standard universal slapper bars, stock springs, stock suspension, 3-way adjustable shocks, and that's about it. I ran a 26 by 8.5 slick on it. Mickey Thompson drag slick. Alright. See you in the next clip. So the last few times out, and especially the last time, they've been complaining that I need to put a roll bar in it. And I'm not against that, but I want to run a 302 and I don't want to run nitrous or anything. So I'm kind of at the breaking point. If I put a roll bar in, it's going to slow it down. And if I want to make more power, you got to spend quite a bit more money on the engine. So I'm thinking right there. Got these set of cylinder heads here. GT40 cylinder heads off a 96 Ford Explorer. It's got the 3-bar. If they were 4-bar, there would be the GT40P. These are the GT. They got a casting of F3ZEAA. And from what I researched, those are 93 castings, which means, from what they were saying on the internet, that they could have, those were the same type of cylinder heads that they put on the Cobras, 93 Cobras, and like the Ford Lightning trucks, which is the only benefit that I'm seeing is maybe a slightly smaller combustion chamber. Right now I've got all the valves out, checking the seats and the guides. I think I'm just going to run the standard valves. I might put some stainless steel valves in there, I'm not sure yet. I'm probably going to drill and tap these, machine these, and run the screw and studs and the guide plates. And then you can only get certain springs for these because it's got this here, this area here on the casting. They make a tool where you can machine that down so you can run like a dual spring. I'll probably do that, and probably end up running the same camshaft that's in there, which is going to be way too big for those heads. But my plan is to put them on there in stock form, see what kind of times I can get with it. I'm hoping to run at least a 8 flat or like at the high 7s, and then get a baseline, pull them off, and do some port work to them. I've never done any porting on heads. Port them, and then see what we can accomplish from that. So I'll be slowing the car down, which doesn't make sense to a lot of people to go slower, but you know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not against the roll bar. I just, yeah, I know there's, you know, it's just not going to run that quick probably. So I kind of met my goal with the 699, so I'm thinking I'm going to kind of start all over, go slower, and then hopefully improve the time, and maybe, who knows. What do you think? You think I can get down to a low 7 or even another 699 with those heads? I think it could be possible.